Hello again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I'm glad you decided to join me for this fun Tuesday video. As the title suggests, I'm going to be sharing with you another tattoo story, and I'm really excited about this one because it is my Shakespeare tattoo, and this is one of my favorites. And I'm sure I say that a lot when I'm talking about my tattoos, but I truly do love all my tattoos. And this one was one of my favorites to get. And I will show it to you. There is a quill, and an inkwell, and a quill. And the quote is right there. It's script going all the way down. And the quote is, all the world's a stage, and all the world's a stage. And men and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his lifetime plays many parts. I love this quote. Sorry, it took me a little bit to remember what all of it. I love this quote. It comes from the Shakespeare play As You Like It. The character giving the speech, which there's also a longer bit to, it's a very long speech, but I just like this part, which I'll get into later. A character named Jakes gives the quote, and the quote is often referred to as the 7 ages of man. Again, it goes through the different stages, but I like the first half of it. For me, it just really resonates about life. No matter who you are, you go through the same stages of life. You are born, you are a kid, you are an adolescent, and then you're an adult, and then the life cycle goes, you pass away. When I read this, it just really resonated with me, and I love that he says all the world's a stage, and we have our exits and entrances. I believe that is true because we all go through phases. We all start something, which I like to refer to the entrances, and whether that's starting a new job, a new relationship, a new goal, whatever it is in life, it's a new journey, and you walk through that door, so to speak, and you start a new adventure. And then we all have our exits, whether that is sometimes maybe quitting a job for whatever reason, or maybe it is ending a relationship for whatever that reason, or friendship, or getting out of a friend group, or whatever it is. We all go through the same stages of life. Sometimes it looks different for different people, but we all go through the same routine of life, the same stages of life, no matter who you are, what your background is, race, where you live. We all go through it, right? So that is why I love the quote. I also am, if you are new to my channel, a huge Shakespeare fan. I love Shakespeare. I love reading the different plays. I love the emotions that you go through when you read them, at least when I go through them. I love the characters. Shakespeare just has a wonderful way with words. He can make you laugh, he can make you cry. I love Shakespeare. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that is a-okay. But this quote really just resonated with me. I got this tattoo. I know diverting off of why I got the tattoo and whatnot. But I got this tattoo in my forearm at a tattoo convention with my husband, and it was so much fun. We saw so many cool tattoos and artists, and we got different business cards. It was just a really fun time. While I got this tattoo, my husband got a tattoo that he wanted, and it was really fun because both the artists were close to each other, we're in the same booth, so Lan and I got to hang out with one another instead of during conventions. Sometimes you book a tattoo artist, but maybe that is the last booking that he has, a spot open, so you might have to go to a different one. So we were really fortunate to get two artists in the same booth, which really worked out great. This tattoo hurt like all my tattoos. In the inner arm area where the actual script is, it didn't necessarily hurt. I mean, it hurt, don't get me wrong, it hurt, but I wasn't in like agonizing pain. I'd give this out of a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most excruciating pain. I would give this a 5, 5.5. A very, very spicy area now was my inner wrist where the inkwell is and the quill, because it is right by it's on the wrist where all the veins hang out, and that really, really stings. It feels like a sharp, hot needle going into the skin, and that one did definitely, that part hurt more than any of the script, where the script did hurt, but it was durable. But the inner part of my wrist, all mother pucker, it hurt. But nothing compared to my hand tattoo, getting it tattooed. So if you guys are considering the inner wrist, please, I'm just letting you know that the inner part of the wrist, this part where the inkwell is and the feather, does hurt quite a bit. I can take pain like a champ. Not like a champ, but my pain endurance is very high. So if you are interested in getting a tattoo in this area, I'm just letting you know that the inside of the wrist can be very, very spicy. Again, pain tolerance is different for everyone, but for me, it was very, very spicy. It took, for this tattoo, I want to say maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2. I'm not really sure. I want to say an hour and a half at least. Maybe a little bit more, maybe an hour and 45. And the way I sat, I just sat like in a regular chair, and I had there's an armrest, and I let my arm just stretch out like this, and the tattoo artist just did my tattoo that way. So the comfort level how I was sitting was fine. No complaints. It healed really nicely. They wrapped it up for me, and the healing process went great. It's a pretty easy placement, meaning that I could do most things in it while it healed. It didn't really affect it, whereas my gypsy, when I went through when it healed, it was itchy, but I could, shake it and sometimes just slap it really fast, and it was all good. So that is the story of the Shakespeare tattoo. I absolutely love my Shakespeare tattoo. I am so happy I got it. The writing is still crisp and beautiful. You guys can see it here. I was so happy to get this. I've been really wanting a Shakespeare tattoo. I knew I always wanted one. He is one of my favorite authors. I count him as an author. I know he's a play author, but he's still an author. Like I said, I love Shakespeare. He just resounds with me, and I absolutely love it. Now, when I also, to make sure that I got the exact quote I wanted, I looked it up on the internet, and I found the quote, part of the quote I wanted. You can also find it, it's everywhere online, obviously. I had it in like a fancy script, and I made sure that when he put the stencil on my arm, that all the writing was correct, and it was. I feel it's a 50-50 partnership when you are getting a quote done, that it's not necessarily all up to the client. It is also up to the tattoo artist. But I did my part, and like I said, I found the exact quote word for word, and I just printed that out. So that way I knew 100% everything was correct spelling wise. So if you do get a quote tattoo or script or any kind of writing tattoo, make sure to do your part to make sure all the words are spelled correctly, because I'm sure everybody's seen or heard stories of tattoo artists misspelling words. And I didn't want that for mine. So again, I just made sure that everything was correct spelling and whatnot. So as a client, I feel it's important to, at least for as much as you can, to make sure that the writing is correct. Because once it's on there, it's on there, some words don't matter, but some do. So, please keep that in mind. So that is all the tattoo story for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Down in the comments, let me know if you guys have any script or writing tattoo, either from a book or just a quote in general. I would love to know. Also, if you have a book quote, either write it down in the comment or tell me what book the quote is from. I'd really love to know. If you guys don't have any tattoos, let me know also down in the comments if you guys would get a book tattoo or any kind of script writing quote tattoo. I'd really love to know. If you are interested, if you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. I do all kinds of fun videos. I am also currently working on trying to get to 200 subscribers, because once I do, I will be doing a big giveaway, and I've got really fun prizes that I want to give away, and I will also be extending it to Canada. So if you are in Canada, you have a great chance at receiving a prize. So I'm so excited for those subscribers that want to do that. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my new video. Bye-bye for now, everyone.